Hello everyone, today I'm just going to do a little bit of a relaxing video. This is actually the second time I'm recording this because I felt the first one was A, bit too long, B, I rambled on about things that weren't necessary. Yeah, I just felt it wasn't very good, so I'm just going to do it again. I'm also going to do it a little bit differently because I chose a level last time, so, well no, went from the beginning. Let's just choose a level. So, what level would I like to do? Let's go with actually no no I did actually get to Sky Sanctuary. No, it's not Sky Sanctuary. This is Flying Battery Zone. There you go. I don't know my names. I was just but yeah. I'm actually replaying this on the side. So if any mistakes that happened, it's obviously because of that. But yeah, I'm playing as Sonic. So yeah. But yeah, I just want to. I feel I've done a lot of other videos. I'll mention a bit about. I'll mention now what things. I also chat about some things as well. So, yeah. Well, the last few videos have. Well, the last video was my finally me uploading my reaction. I've completely forgot about it to be fair. So, and I felt So I just thought I'll do a little small video with that one. I believe that takes me back though. So. Oh, good. But yeah. I also want so things I want to do actually for the next few videos is I do actually want to do a video Mario versus Sonic, which is better. And okay, I think you all know what the answer. I say better. I mean, in my opinion, like yes, I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree that Mario is better, but actually, to be honest, I'm still not really sure yet at the moment which one I prefer over it. But yeah, I think because yeah, Mario is technically a better franchise. There is a You can't argue with that. That's just because there's been more quality of games with Mario. Though you could argue the new Super Mario Bros. Games quality, but that's just to be fair, they are technically quality. They're just not original. So you know, if you know what I mean. Oh, that was missed that one. But yeah, well, Sonic has had not as good games. Let's be honest with that. But it's not always a bad thing. Um, but yeah, but so which way do I need to go? Oh, maybe I need to go the other way. Yeah, is it this way? I don't know. Yeah, it might be. I think it might be. It must be. But yeah, if you're wondering which is my favourite Sonic Mania character, it's got to be Ray. I think because I like his design. That's simply enough, and I like his personality. That the little video they did. I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I just think I feel like he's like this little comic relief character, if you know what I mean. And you could argue, is that a good thing? I would. Well, it doesn't have to be a good or bad thing. I actually love a whole series of like the like that Sonic Mania Adventures, isn't it? That's what it's called. Oh yeah, I've also got the DLC as well. I've just clarified, even though you must have. I'm sure you worked that one out because you kind of need, if you want to play Ray, you're gonna need a DLC. I say I got the DLC. I got the physical versions, and that comes with the DLC. You so technically, I don't have the DLC. I just have the physical version that also comes with an art book. I didn't get it because of the art book though. I just prefer physical games, and I thought I was gonna get the game before that, but when I heard when I heard there was gonna be a physical version, then I'm gonna go with that. I thought. Yeah, I forgot I had something of Super Sonic. Mainly because I've just been trying to actually get all the Chaos Emeralds in the Oh, okay, I'm going the right way. But I think. But in the yeah, I got getting it in the Encore mode. That's what it's called, isn't it? I don't really know what it means, Encore, but it sounds like hardcore, I guess. So maybe something like that. But yeah, they are a lot more difficult to get on mode. Ooh, yeah, let's keep going. Actually, probably if I want to, you know what? Change the mind. I'm gonna go in there. So yeah, I don't know. That's the video I want to do. I want to also do my top 10 Pokemon video. I've said I would do it before. I haven't, mainly because I'm still working out which actually is my favorite top 10 Pokemon. Like I know what my, I'm not gonna tell you what my ones I know that I want to put on there, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what are my favorite top 10 Pokemon. It's because Pokemon are like, you know, pardon me. They're like, well, you know, I like pretty much all of them. And it's quite hard. So it's quite hard to like only choose 10 out of how many ever they are. There are a lot. I'm sure most of you are aware. But you know, I like Pokemon. I've made that very clear over the time. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's go. Okay, phew. I was thinking, oh no, am I going to be stuck in there? But no. Oh. Just, that's a bit of a silly mistake. I think I might. Point of view, but anyway. But yeah, other things I talked about also in the other was Star Wars, because I actually seen some videos about talking about the prequels, and if you don't know, I like the prequels a lot. I know a lot of people don't, and then there's other people who like them. They're not a thing, but considering Revenge of the Sith is my favourite Star Wars film, I know it's not the best, technically the best. Before people say The Empire Strikes Back is technically the best, and it is the Crowning King, I know it's the best, but it's not my favourite. I think that's something, you know, that, yeah, you know, that is what you do have to consider at times. Though there is sometimes, I'm just saying anyway. I'm sure someone could even argue it, but I've been watching a video that I think slightly, he's talking a bit, he's making, he's like reviewing people's reviews and how slightly incorrect they can be. I don't know. I think they're quite funny. I think though at the same time, I feel he's slightly a bit harsh at times, especially, you know. But you know, it's fine that if you don't like the prequels, it's completely fine. But I think I think the important thing is that, you know, you have to make sure your arguments. I think, especially with film, I do think I need to do a better job with this as well. I think you need to make sure, if you're going to argue something and say this is bad or this is good, you need to give, like, evidence for this or reasonings for it. Like, I think, especially, like, like, especially if we're talking about story, I think. Like, one thing that I will admit that, yeah, it has actually taught me a bit more how to like review things, but it's also the fact is that you do need to, like, if you're gonna say something, like say, oh, this is bad, you have to give a reasoning why. You can't just say it's bad because and everyone will agree that this is bad. They don't seem to give very. That's the thing. You have to give evidence for it, and I think, or else it's not really a good review if you can't really argue. If you can't, like, I think I'm not saying this very well, but if you can't like state why this is bad, and I think at times I did make a mistake, especially with my review. I wouldn't say I was perfect with it too. Like, to just clarify right now, I'm not going to argue and say, oh, I can do this completely fine stuff. No, I would argue that I need to do a better job with it too. But you know, I'm not going to claim that I am a very good reviewer. I'm this amazing reviewer or anything, because even though I really did enjoy doing my Isle of Armor review, I will admit there were mistakes. I forgot to mention a few things. That's already telling you something about my reviewing skills, but I think if you're going to argue something good, you're going to need to give evidence, and vice versa. If you're going to argue that this is a bad thing, you also need to give evidence, because you can't just state these things without saying something. Like, even if everyone knows it's like bad, like, I'm trying to think of a reasoning. Like Yokai Watch and really what was it called? Oh, what was it called? Train station system. Like, yes, I could say, oh, like everyone will agree that the train station thing is bad and stuff. Yeah, people might agree with you and stuff, but you can't just say that, because you need to review the thing. You can't just state that it's bad because it is. You have to explain why. Like, and the reason why I would say it's bad is because you have to wait for ages and and stuff, and wait for doing nothing. Sometimes they'll talk, not always though. Like, they there aren't they're not very it's not entertaining or something. Just, you need to give some evidence that's the reason why it's bad, and that is a good enough reason. That isn't just say, oh, it's bad because I don't like it. That is not a reason. That is just because you don't like it. You get the idea. I don't. I think. I probably that was just an example of my head. So yes, I don't think that was a very good review on why the train in Yokai Watch is very good, but it's just an example. You have to explain. So yeah, it was, especially because it was just on top of my head anyway. You do just have to explain. That's all. In a good way, and also make sure you're not missing something out, because if you like saying, oh, especially with a story, like people, like one complaint that a lot of people said was that like you know and stuff, like you can say the like the I don't know. Well, let's go back to Star Wars. Let's just try to think about the story. Like, the Attack of Clones story is bad. You could say that. I'm not saying. I do think there are definitely weaker points in it, and I don't think it's personally well explained. But that's not the point with the Attack of the Clones. I do think, on the other hand, it even if it is the case that the Attack of the Clones has bad story, and I don't think it's as, to be honest, looking into it more after watching the view, I can see now where they're going for a bit more, and I think it's not as bad as I first thought. But hey, that's not the point. Point. If you're gonna say the story is bad, but you're not gonna explain why, you say, oh, stuff. But you need to. As long as you explain it, that's the main thing. If you can't explain it, then you can't say that is the reason why. It's just laziness in that sense. So story is a key thing. If you're gonna say reason why and stuff, and I would argue, I wouldn't say this Attack of the Clones this story is bad. I think looking in from watching those videos, I've learned a lot more on a reason actually how actually really well done it is done. But I would argue though, and it isn't well explained. I think not necessarily well explained, but because the clunky, I think it's quite hard to. I think it could have been. I don't know. It's. I struggle. I agree that it does make sense when you look into it, but there is definitely points where it doesn't. There seems to be problems. I feel but you know that may. But maybe I'm wrong with it. I think maybe it could have been explained slightly better. Personally, because it does seem a bit jarring, and even though but yeah, that's anyway my review. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about anyway in this um, video is actually something that I saw a podcast done by Hoots and Hip Hop. Hoppip, is that it? Hoops and Hip Hop or Hoppip? I don't know. It would be more. I don't know. I know he's a Pokemon PokeTuber. I know you all know who he is anyway. I don't know why, but anyway, whatever. He had to do a podcast about talking about. I think it was a week ago now. It's not the latest one, but he talked about like why oh why all Pokemon games are good and stuff, and you know sometimes you do have to look at the things and stuff. And my views, I really like Black and White, and even though he doesn't, I know my least favorite Pokemon game. Let's just get this clear. Is Diamond Pearl. I've probably said it before. I'm sure if you've seen any of my other videos, you might know that already. But yeah, Diamond and Pearl are my least favorite Pokemon game. But that isn't to say there aren't good things about it. Like I would argue, one thing that's quite good is. Sorry about that. I had a little thing. But yeah, I would argue that okay, some good things that I think about Diamond Pearl. Sorry if I'm repeating myself because I did have to have a bit of a cut in there. But anyway, some things I think is good about Diamond Pearl are probably. I do like the Pokemon designs. Like I think not. I would say there are some Pokemon designs I think in Diamond Pearl aren't amazing. Like I think especially some of the original like new evolutions to older Pokemon. I think some of them I don't think are very good. Like what's it called? It's the evolution of Heatmore. I can't think of what it's called though. That's Electrifier I like though. But there are some. I think Licky Licky, despite the name, I do think its design is a bit strange. I have to admit. It doesn't mean bad, but it's definitely not the greatest design in the world. However, some good Pokemon. I do think not all of them. I really like Weavile. I can't imagine Sneasel without Weavile. And I know, to be fair, I wasn't a Pokemon. I didn't know about Pokemon before Weavile existed. So you know, there's that factor. But even so, I find when I first found out that it was a new evolution, didn't come out at the same time. I was quite astonished because it looks like it would be always part of the design. Just saying. So you know, yeah, I think there are some really I do think there are some really really good Pokemon designs. But overall I think, you know, that is something that, even though not everyone I know agrees, that is definitely got to be something that is opinion based. You're gonna either like it or you're not gonna like it. I do think the designs, in my opinion, are pretty good. So yeah, some other things I really like about Diamond Pearl have got to be the I like the underground. I think I like to just also admit that I was never around when the internet was around. Well, I was around when the internet was around, but I mean, I wasn't a Pokemon fan at that point when there was no when there was when I got first Diamond Pearl basically. And I like to just say I do like Pokemon Platinum. I think it fixes a lot of the issues, even if it doesn't fix all of them. But with the issues that it fixed, I think it is a much more nicer experience. Though they really, if the only thing they could have done would be get rid of Defog. That I don't know. It's my least favourite HM of all time, Defog. Like, even though I would admit that there's some. Maybe I should do a ranking video at some point, but yeah, Defog is got to be one of the worst HM moves in existence. And whoever thought of that, I don't really know. They should have just been. It should have been an instant sacking, realistically. Like, who thought it was a good idea? But I don't know. Because I think the important thing, like, HMs I like are ones that, like, surf, that they get you to new places and stuff. I feel Flash and Defog, on the other hand, I don't really like because they're not new ideas. They're just way. Well, they're not. There are new ideas, but they're kind of like they're just helping you get away through an obstacle that you don't really like. So it's basically like they just help get rid of a minor inconvenience. I find that just a bit more annoying, really. It doesn't feel like it helps. Like I would even say like cut, for example. I like because also it gets you extra things. Like some things I think is fine because they help you get extra things. You don't, as long as you're not never needed them or anything. I think that's fine. I just think it gets annoying when you need these HMs or need them to get through and because of a game annoyance that they just decided that would be fun. No, it's not fun, and I think that's something. But anyway, I do think Pokemon Platinum is a lot better, and it's not my favourite third version. I'm not really sure what my favourite third version is, but I think I would argue it's not the best third version in the world, but it is, it's not bad or anything, and I do think it's a lot more experience. Though I still don't even think the story is very good. And that's another thing I wanted to mention. The characters. I really like the characters in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I do think, again, the reason why I like them is because it's not because I don't know. I think other than gym leaders, I don't actually think the gym leaders are very good. But I do think well, I would say Cynthia, but actually I didn't really like her in Diamond Pearl, and I only liked her in Platinum, realistically. But because I think Cynthia is a very good character in Pokemon Platinum. So is Looker, but even though because Looker isn't actually in Diamond Pearl, but I think I don't know. I think also Cyrus is quite a good character as well, but I do think I do think a lot of the characters are improved. Though I think Barry, even though it isn't my favourite, I know some people think he's like one of this amazing friendly rival. I can't really see it, but I do think he isn't. He has a personality, and that's more I can say for some characters. But yeah, you get the idea. I think. Oh yeah, did I mention? I did mention. Started not talking about the underground, didn't I? But I do like the underground as well. I think I like how they did try expanding on some of the newer past features instead of getting rid of them. The underground, and also what the other one? I think Pokemon contests. I will admit I don't think they're very good, but I do like the actual contest bit themselves, like where you're doing the judgment. The same thing you were doing in the Ruby and Sapphire. I'm not going to get through this video bit, but we've only done this for 7 minutes, but yeah, you get the idea. I do think that could have been improved on. It should be 17. I don't know. Oh no, I know why. It's because I had to pause this. Okay, that explains it. But yeah, I think overall the game isn't. They're not great, but I do think they're not terrible either. Put it that way. Oh, come on. I think I just thought, yeah. I think Black and White also has some issues, despite being the my favourite Pokemon game. I think the story, a great story, could have ended better. But I think they seem to be too worried about going with the idea that actually, no, this is a more there is a moral grey area here with the Pokemon being captured. I think they could have, if they went a bit more like that, I think that would have made it one of the. I think that would have made it just better, just so much better. But I do think it. I think there are. But I think, and I did wish they kept Pokemon contests. Though I do like the dressing up. I think the thing I do like about the Sinnoh contests is that I don't like the extra stuff. However, I don't mind them, not because I don't enjoy the extra stuff. I don't like them in the contests. I think they should be separate, if you know what I mean. If you get what I mean, if they said that, if they made them separate from the don't like this boss fight at all. This is my least favourite boss fight in Sonic Mania. It just breaks the flow so badly. I like the idea, but it's just not. I think it's the weakest boss fight. I don't know why. I wish they, because they changed the now Sonic boss fight. I wish they changed this boss fight. I don't know. Maybe have less hits or something, but it's not enjoyable at all. But yeah, you get the idea. I think I could give it one more chance. I have been it before. It's just not. I don't enjoy it. It's not very fun. But yeah, so I think overall, don't get me wrong. I do think Diamond Pearl has some good things, and I think if I was around with it and the internet was, available to be used, I'll do 2 more times actually. I think if the internet was around when it was used, I think I would have enjoyed them more better. But because the game is so slow paced and they have too many HMs, and I don't know, and I think even the map isn't very good. And I feel the game should be more open than actually it is, because I know people make it sound like it's the most open game in a Pokemon game and stuff. It isn't. It's quite linear still, and I'm not saying that everyone makes it sound like that, but yes, you can do extra things out of the bout, but then again, can't all the Pokemon games you do that? I feel that's something that people just seem to think that, I don't know why people think that Diamond Pearl are more open, because they're not. I don't know. They do have so extra things you can do, but that doesn't make them open. Well, you could argue, but yeah. So yeah, Hmm. Nope. It's not good. Got twice then. Oh, what? Ah. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so there you go. There's some positive things about Diamond Pearl for all those Gem 4ers who hate me for it. And the reason why I like Pokemon Platinum, they do. I think it doesn't fix everything, but it does fix the story. Like the gym leaders. Like one thing I found is that they have that massive gap. Like Generation 6, but where you just don't do anything. I don't know. And I'm not saying, and I think they fixed it in Pokemon Platinum. That is, and I also found that like the slow it's not a slow. The region also has a more personality, because I don't know. I've never found the region um in Pokemon Pokemon Diamond Pearl memorable, but I did like Snow Point City. I like some of the other cities as well. I think, did I mention it in this one? I don't know, but there's also just this. I think there are more cities that are less memorable than more, and that is an issue. Got you. Yeah, you go. Anyway, there you go. So yeah, get the idea. There's some positives, negatives, but yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna just say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think it was the best thing to redo this video, but I did talk about most of the same thing, but just in a lot less time. There you go. And then I'm just taking forever to do it. But yeah, I'm also, by the way, if you haven't played Sonic Mania, you really should. It's one of the best. I would say one of the best Sonic games out there. You don't have to get it physically, or you don't even need the DLC. Just I recommend getting the base game. There you go. You're gonna enjoy it. Believe me. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And now I've got a sore throat, so goodbye, everyone.